Good evening, Stampin' friends, and welcome to Linda's Stampin' Escape. We are on week 10 of our 12 weeks of Christmas. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Have a seat. Say hello when you pop on in. And we'll get things started. Say hello when you pop on in, and we'll get things. Say hello when you pop on in. There we go. No more double talk there. Hi, Barb. Hi, Carol. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, if we got a gentleman watching us tonight. I don't know. Sometimes we have one pop in. Sharon has joined us. Welcome, everyone. And Barb. And Deborah. All right. We have a nice group starting here. That's awesome. Okay. Excited to be here tonight. I am going to be going through the Garden Walk Designer Series paper and the Throughout the Year stamp set. Now, the Throughout the Year is going to carry over, so that one we don't have to worry about, but this designer paper will be leaving us at the, I almost said end of December, but it actually goes, I think, until the 2nd or 3rd of January, because if I remember correctly, Celebration starts January 4th. So, Cheryl has joined us as well. Welcome, everyone. Okay, if you are a reader of my blog, you saw this card today. This is in celebration of National Poinsettia Day, or poinsettia, however you say it. Everybody says it a little different. So, this is done with that Garden Walk paper. And this paper is 6x6, and it is created to go year round. That's why I thought I'd team it up with Throughout the Year stamp set. So I did not buy that entire suite, but I did get the gorgeous little gems that go with it. So these are with that. They're called Blooming Pearls. I believe these gorgeous little guys are going to carry over too. So that's awesome. The paper is not, the punch is, the stamp set is not, but we didn't get that one. We got this one. I like to focus on stamp sets that I can use pretty much as often as I can. That goes with bundles too, actually. So I'm going to quick run through this paper with you. And then what we're going to do is make a few cards. And then I have, I think, another one to show you. I don't know where it went. We'll find it. Otherwise, it will be on my blog tomorrow because I got some to share there. So this is the designer paper that I used on today's card. So there it is with the little poinsettias. And then I just ran some of the silver edged ribbon. And then I put some little silver dots from the Festive Pearls. So I use those a lot as well. Okay, so we'll just put that one there. So here is the back. And what's really cool about the way they designed these is the back coordinates really nice with the front. They don't always do that. Let me see if I can give that a little twist. I don't want to bend it too much, but you get the idea. So like the core colors are on the back side as well that coordinate with the front. So I'll have to show you another trick with that. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that today. So here's another one. I'm just going to move those off to the side so you can actually get a good look at those. This was going to be my Easter card, and then I changed it up a bit. There's that back side. So they have a floral side and then another side that is I forgot what I was going to say because I read Karen's question. Sorry. Oh, geez, it might come back to me. But anyways, Karen asked if I happen to know whether the pearls can go through the mail without extra postage. And it depends. Some of the pearls are kind of chunky. Where did I set them? These are kind of chunky, so they might make it. They might not. Because I always put a little pad over it. Sometimes you get that little foamy stuff. So I save that and then I put it over it. So sometimes it'll squeeze through that, but not always. So I like those for my scrapbook pages too. So I think I showed you this one, right? And then that is the new Wild Wheat color. So the color palette in this is the Poppy Parade, which you can see inside here. And then there's Calypso Coral, which is right there. And then the Wild Wheat, Mossy Meadow, Garden Green, and Pretty Peacock. So there's more of the peacock. You get a little Garden Green in this one. Flip that over. Very neutral side. I like these for masculine cards. So if you're not into some of the flower patterns, you can flip to the other side. Then we have this one here. Another just blend. And these are going to go great together. I will have to do some more card shares with these than what I'm making today, because there's just so much you can do with that. And I like this one because it really matches with those little pearls. Well, they all kind of do, but here we go. Some more of that Calypso Coral. And then we have Poppy Parade and Calypso. Oh, they got a little bit of everything in here. I see Poppy Parade, the Calypso Coral, the Pretty Peacock, and I see Wild Wheat in there. So, and then a nice, this one's nice too. So very nice. Again, you could just fold that over and make a card just like that. So easy breezy. Okay, I'm going to set those right up there because I will probably be using them again. If you have your catalog handy, and we are still working out of the holiday. I know I shouldn't call it the holiday mini. Stampin' Up! Calls it September through December mini catalog. But I'm an oldie, old school, can't teach an old dog new tricks. So, yes, I do still call these our holiday and our spring minis. So, spring minis better be on their way. Fingers crossed. Got them all ordered. So I'm excited about it. Okay, where do I start? I got a couple different cards here that I want to do. Let's start with the Poppy Parade. How about that one? We'll just tuck this one off to the side. And then I already prepped my inside there. And then I also pre-cut. This one comes from, I'm not going to remember, am I? This is Stylish Shapes, because that's got the circles and the squares and the banners. And Nested Essentials. That's where this one comes from. Okay, so let's pull this out of here. Set that off to the side. And we'll put our little banners over here. It's all about the banners. Super simple, easy cards to make. And I just wanted to jazz this up a bit. Karen said, I understand what you're referring to when you say holiday mini. If that makes me an old dog, so be it. Well, maybe we're not that old. All right. So I'm just lightly brushing this in here. Now, the girls in my class just heard me say, always start brushing from the outside and work your way in, because otherwise you might get a glob. Well, we're starting from the inside and working out this time. So we are going to just drop it in, but I'm not touching it yet, but you see I'm already moving. And then I'm just going to go out ever so lightly. So just putting a little pop of color on there. And you really need to play with those brushes because they are amazing. And you got to do a feel on these because they're like a gazillion little brushes. Little, what do you call these things? Bristles. Bristles on your brushes. That's what it is. Okay, so anyways, yes, it's really soft and they are fun to play with. Okay, so the Nested Essentials cuts these as a little banner already trimmed, but this one comes as a banner with both edges done. And we are going to change that up. And, all right, I have little goblins or something here. Girls, I swear my scissors was right here. I need 10 of these. I think I'm down to 3. I'm going to have to order some more. So I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to cut this right about here. And if you want, you can save that little piece right there. And we're just going to put a little adhesive right here. So see how that backside goes? So I'm using the same one. And I'm just going to put this right here. Let me see how that looks. Okay, I'm going to go in just a little further. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Okay. Before I squish that down real tight, I am going to get me some of that here we go, baker's twine, because I just want to give it a little bit something. Does that make sense? Just a little bit more. Want to add some texture to this. So I'm just going to take this and just wrap it around a couple times. Yep, I'm going right over that other line. Squish that all down. How does that look? Good. Love to add texture. And the baker's twine is a fun way to do that. It's inexpensive and easy to use. Okay, now we're going to put this back on here. See? A little bit of texture really adds, doesn't it? All right. Now I'll unbury these and let's get some. I'm going to go right over the top of that so that does not unwind on me. And then I'm going to go right there. So in some spots I have a lot, but it's going to hold it all together for me. I don't have to worry about my card falling apart. And then we'll just stick some around here. One in the middle. No saggy banners. There we go. And now we'll just pull these off. If you ever have trouble getting these off, if you don't have take your pick tool handy, you can always just put your fingernail in there and kink them like this, and then that edge pops up and you can pick them right off. I use dimensionals on almost everything. All right, now we're going to put this right here. All right. And then our birthday is going to go over the top of that. So I'm going to trim this off as well. Now, I do a lot of hand trimming, but I know there's a few people that just wince at that because they got to put it in their paper cutter, and that's okay. You can do that. I'm going to leave a little bit of our banner sticking out here, and then it's going to hang over a little bit. That ink that we blended onto the background just makes everything pop. So now I'm just going to stick this directly on because we already have our dimensionals on there. Just make sure I'm on the straight and narrow here. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to pull those pretty little pearls in here. And I'm going to start in the middle. And I'm going to use those to anchor my greeting. Now, if you want, you can add a few more out here. I always work in odd numbers. So let's put 2 down here. Oh, he wants to go upside down. I should be using my pokey because he's sitting right over here. Also known as a paper piercer. And then we're going to take this one right up here. Draw your eye all the way around. Okay, our card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And just get this even here. There we go. Let's get this for the inside. Let's use our little tag back here. And I am going to stick with this. We're going to just tuck this right up in the corner just for a little fun and no waste. How's that? Karen says, wow, those 3 little pearls make a difference. Don't they? It's quite amazing what even a little piece of scrap or leftovers will do for your card. Just adds a little bit more fun. This can go directly onto your card base. And this one with all this pretty pink and bright poppy parade could actually be the one that says Happy Valentine's Day, because I do believe we have one that says Be My Valentine. So that would work on here as well. So this is a great stamp set to have. It's one of those that belongs in everybody's stamp room. Okay, so we got 2 here so far. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad you like that. We're going to go a little simple now. In fact, quite simple. Okay, so what's a fun thing to do with a 6x6 is cut it down into a 3x3. And if you're looking for fast, easy cards with no waste, this is the way to go. So you can cut 4, you'll get 4 3x3s, and then my back piece is, I think this is 3 1/8. I don't think it's 3 1/4, even though I use the quarters a lot. I didn't on this one, just because, where are my little flowers here? I'm looking at the little ones are coming this way, so that will tell me which way to go. Okay, do that. And then I am going to bring that Poppy Parade. I'm sorry, this is actually Sweet Sorbet, but they're so close. So I'm going to bring this back in here. And stick that down and just wrap this around a couple times. Don't have to be real picky. There we go. Just make sure that is stuck. And I'm going to put this directly onto my card base now. And I'm going to go over the top of this as soon as I get it all the way around, just so it have a little more stickiness on there. because this is higher than your cardstock and you're putting it directly onto cardstock, it's going to want to push that away. So that's why I put the extra little bit of adhesive on there to kind of hold that down. Show it who's boss. Don't be afraid. And now I'm going to cross my fingers that I get this stamp straight. Let's put this on first. We all know the secret of what happens if we stamp crooked, right? Yes. Then we just stamp it again and punch it out or cut out another piece, and we always have ways to fix our cards up. Karen said that would be a nice Mother's Day card too. Yes, it would be. I agree. That is such a pretty pattern, and I like this one too. Lots of flowers on there, and I'm glad that they did the backs with a lot of stripes. Okay, let's get our flowers back in here. Give ourselves a nice little border. And then we are going to take, I didn't want it to look like a Christmas card, so I didn't go, even though I backed this with the Poppy Parade, I didn't want to do the greeting in Poppy Parade. Just tap that till it's nice and juicy. And this guy is going to fit right on there. I think I hit, oh no. Whew. And when I say right on there, I mean right on there. That is close. All right, now let's pull in. I'm going to go with the gold. There we go. I like mine to stick on here. I like that. There we go. Now, because this is raised, I am going to use those little ones that are a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do a big one and a small one down there, and then another big one right up here. So all this is doing is framing our greeting. And then if you want, you could put some of these up in here, but because that's already raised, I don't want that to raise that anymore. Thank you, Judy. She said, it's so cute. And these are the easy ones. This is what we're doing now, just them easy ones. So there we go. That's our 3x3. And now I have another 3x3, except we are actually going to, here's my 3x3, and I took it on my paper cutter, and I cut from this corner to this corner all the way down. Okay? And then I also did the same with the Mossy Meadow, except this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I lined that up and cut that from corner to corner. So now I'm just going to add this. I thought maybe I had some glue here. I know it's over on the table. But this will also work. Okay. I'm looking at where my flowers are going. They're going this way. I don't want to send a card to somebody that has upside down flowers. This one's going to be upside down anyways. How can I get that? How'd that work? Well, it wasn't me. It was the pattern. Because you can see this is one piece. It was. And there's going 2 different ways, so it's not me. I thought I was going crazy. Speaking of crazy, I love it when I put little pictures up there and say it's one of them days, and everybody answers me and says, yep, thumbs up. Everybody else is having a crazy day yesterday too. Karen says it's random. So this is a cute way to make a card. And what I'm going to do here is just place this here and place this here, because I'm deciding in my head, and you guys can help me if you want, decide whether we are going to pop that up with dimensionals or just leave it flat. So again, this time we're using Happy Easter. Ooh, this is, I must have just refilled this. So it's nice and juicy. So I'm going to tip this towards me. And I'm just going to pop that in there. That, ooh. I love split cards. I just love these. They are so quick and easy to make, and people just love them. So, what do you think, my friends? Are we going to adhere those corners directly to the card front, or are we going to pop them up? What is your preference? What are you thinking? Meanwhile, I'm going to pull the rest of these cards out. Cheryl says flat. Karen says flat. All right. And I got 2 more pieces here that we'll be showcasing later. Barb says flat. All right. I think then Chris and Sharon. All right, you guys win. It is flat directly onto our card. Yeah, then we don't have to worry about it. So now while I'm sticking these down, should we put the little gems on there or just leave this one plain? So gems or plain? I love stamping with other people. All right. There is a very unique Happy Easter card. Gems. Okay, Karen says gems. Cheryl says gems. I missed somebody else who said gems. All right, gems it is. We are going to, let's see. I think gold would be pretty too, don't you? And what do you think? 1 on each side of our Happy Easter, just to draw that eye, or should we go with 3? Sharon says gems too. Let's see how it looks if we just anchor our greeting. There we are so far. We got a little time yet to add 1 more if you think we should, or do you just like it anchored the way it is? So for this, you just start out with this 3 by 3 inch square, and you cut it from corner to corner. And then your mat that we created here is 3 1/4 by, nope, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Yikes, you guys would have a huge mat on there and not much room for your greeting. Okay. I need to start using my grid here to start getting my things on straighter. Okay, you guys are funny. We had 2 or 3 that said 1 on each side. I had somebody, I think it was Cheryl, that had 2 on each side. And Karen says 3. So I am nope, I'm going to go this way. I might have to move these a little. I didn't push them down tight, so I think that'll work. All right, that frames it nicely. Oh, ladies, we make beautiful cards. And thank you for the hearts. You helped me make this. I love it. Again, this is just those quick little 3 by 3 squares. And look at all the pretty patterns you have to make this with. You could do every single one just like this. How many cards? You get 48 sheets times 4. Wow, you guys, that's almost 200 cards. That's a lot. It's definitely worth the, let me see, what is it? $12.50. So we have our Easter card. We have a birthday card. We have our You Mean So Much to Me. And then we have the Christmas card that I made for my blog. And I will have, I don't know if I'm going to use both of these or if I want to share a different card with you on my blog tomorrow. So you can find me right here, that HTTP /2 LindaStampandEscape.com. And don't forget, when you go on there, click on it so that it'll come to your email every day, every time I blog. Yes, and I was AWOL for 5 days, but I'm back. So, thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. I appreciate you stamping with me today. Don't go away. We have a quick giveaway for all our comments and shares and everything. Even if you share, I put your name in for the drawing. And I have some pretty little, these are opaque faceted gems. I knew I could say that. So I'm not real sure what colors they are, but I'll bet you any money you guys can use them. All right, so let's get our screen out here. And this guy is stuck again. You guys, for 2 days I was fighting with my laptop here because it didn't want to take a charge. So now I have it all taped up so it wants to go. Now it is stuck here for some reason. It's supposed to be spinning, but now you can see, if you were here last week, your name will be on there. And again, we're going to go for these opaque faceted gems. So I'm just going to click the middle and we are going to let it rip. So good luck, everybody. There we go. Miss Ann. Congratulations to Ann Tomser. You won our opaque faceted gems. I want to thank you all for joining me this evening and for helping me make our last card. So have a wonderful evening and I will see you soon. Thank you. Good night.